Don't wait. Apply now.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Football game days are fun for the whole family, but not every child is ready for 4 quarters in the stadium. That's why the Lincoln Children's Museum offers game day play dates for kids ages 5 to 12. While you enjoy the game, your kids enjoy their own adventure at the museum, conveniently located just steps from the stadium. Registration required. And the fun isn't just on game days. The museum is open 6 days a week with 3 floors of hands-on play and activities. Out-of-town families, make the most of your weekend in Lincoln. Visit lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Still and always Mondays through Thursdays, starting at 6 p.m., going all the way till midnight, as well I have DeMornay Pierson-El joined me from 10 to midnight. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685, Sutter Heyman text line. But we do got DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going on a Wednesday here in Lincoln?
Not too bad, not too bad. Another day in paradise.
Absolutely. And we got a lot on the board. We're going to talk definitely a good amount of NFL, but I do want to mix in a little bit of NBA as well, because we do have preseason popping off. So we'll definitely get into that as well. But good morning, Pierson-El. First off, I'm just going to ask you, I didn't have you yesterday. The Bears did it. They got the win over the Commanders. Your thoughts on go ahead.
By the hairs of their chinny chin, the NFL is a weird league, man. Perseverance and capitalizing on people's mistakes, got them that victory.
Yeah, and I'll say this much: the Bears, they lead the NFL in turnover margin. So a little bit, it's luck. Some of it is, when you get those opportunities, you take advantage of it. And that's what they've been doing so far. Wasn't the best game from Williams, but also had some really great moments. Jaden Daniels had some really bad moments, but overall maybe had, more consistent play outside of the crucial turnovers that they did have. But nonetheless, a good start for the Bears. And if you're the Commanders, you probably still feel pretty good. I think that was the worst Jaden Daniels has looked. And even then, it felt like a lot of those things were pretty easy to clean up. Just a bad read on one and a bad handoff on the other. And you got a wet, rainy day as well. I'm sure the ball was slick.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, I think both fan bases should feel pretty okay. And then you also got Drake May, who's playing some pretty good ball right now as well. Between those three quarterbacks, who would you pick to start a franchise now that Drake May's kind of woken up as well?
I'm still taking Jaden. I think what he does and what he brings to the table and everything like that, I think his skill sets operate a little bit different. He's a Heisman winner. I know Caleb is too. Drake May's fine. He did numbers as well. I just think his ability, the way that the game is going and everything like that, you rather have that versatility than, not just a drop back passer and everything like that. And I think he kind of does the both. He does the best of both worlds. And I feel like he's the most comfortable and truest to himself. Caleb, is still being polished. He's getting away from, bad habits. Drake May starting to wake up and everything like that. I think from start to finish, I think Jalen has just been the most complete, consistent, and even when he was drafted, that year, his year and everything like that. I had Jaden Daniels number one, even over Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I'm not going to hate you on that one. A lot of people have that opinion, and it might not be the wrong one. So I'm going to go Caleb Williams 1. Obviously, I'm going to be biased. Jaden Daniels 2. And probably Drake May 3rd. I will say, though, the Patriots are sitting there at 4-2. They're starting to come alive a little bit. And then you're looking at the Bills, who are 4-2. And then the Dolphins just aren't scaring you at all. How far can this Patriots team go, especially with Vrabel at the helm now? I liked him initially as the hire, but they're looking even better than I thought this early on.
And it's still not like even all together.
No.
They're playing really, really, really well. And, late in October, if it starts to go well into November and everything like that, they could be a dangerous team. They're strong up front. They're physical. They brought in good pieces in free agency. McDaniels is an awesome offensive coordinator only, and especially for the Patriots, he does that well. They don't really even have Stephon Diggs, going necessarily yet. So offensive wise, their running back situation is a toss up. And they're still just, fighting. That's a team that you got to watch out for. They're Buffalo's in trouble. They're in trouble in that division. It's not going to be a cakewalk and as easy as, it has been over these last few years. Especially when I feel like Buffalo and, New England are starting to be on a level playing field. They're starting to look very, very similar. Buffalo doesn't have a number one receiver. New England has one. It just hasn't, they just haven't really kind of got him in their groove just yet.
Mm-hmm. And they're still winning games. Diggs last week, he didn't really do much, and they still got I think it was the Saints. So you should win that one, but they're still getting wins even on some of those games where they're not utilizing Diggs to the fullest.
And they're figuring out a way to win, and they're winning physically and like dominantly. So that's a scary team to look out. I don't, potentially playoffs. I think they have a shot. Will it be that 7th, 8th seed or, around that end? I think so. That might be a team there to where kind of like the Bengals, the year that they went on their Super Bowl run, where they kind of just all things were clicking, but it's a team that you don't want to face. Or even, the Titans when they were, I think, the last seed and went into Baltimore and beat Baltimore when Baltimore was the number 1 seed and Vrabel was, the head coach of Tennessee. They can be that type of team this year.
Yeah, quicker than I imagined. I'll say that much. But I think you were high on Vrabel as the head coach down there as well.
Oh yeah,
because
best hire of the offseason, best hire.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a guy that fits the culture better, I don't think at all, than Vrabel on what you had for selections out there. So optimistic on the Patriots, and I just know there's some teams in that division that they feel like they get out of the shadow of the Patriots and they might not hitting the panic button, but just sitting there thinking like, there's no way the Patriots are going to be back this fast. Still very early, but 4-2 is probably not what people had on their radar, and especially not alongside with the Buffalo Bills also being 4-2, but they also have the win over the Buffalo Bills. So if the season ended today, they get the tiebreaker. Really good start for those guys. Jets are on 6. I mean, does the head coach finish the season? What do you got to power wash the entire thing out? It's broken. It's
they're playing a lot better than what their record says. That 6, they could just as well be 3-3 right now. When they played the Steelers, that could have went a different way. They played the Broncos really, really well, and it was another game.
I mean, the defense played them well. We can't say the offense played them well.
I mean,
and then the coaching was bad, and going into that half, they just don't call the timeout. I don't know about a good game for the Jets in that.
They're not. They're from what they were. They're playing a lot different than how it looked with Aaron Rodgers there and everything like that. As far as like operation and like not having dysfunctional and everything like that. He's a new head coach. He has to get in there and clean some things up. So you can't expect it to be exactly to look like the Lions. But I think the DNA is there. I think they have. I think they have identified a few things to do better, a few things to add in the offseason and everything like that to trim the fat. He has the defensive role, and that's half of it. And at times the offense, does do their part. They're just a little bit inconsistent with things. I think if you get another big time receiver to complement, Garrett Wilson, that'll take the lightness off of things. The quarterback hasn't played too terrible. He's played a lot more consistent and better than things in the past. But I mean, it's the New York Jets. Like we knew what type of job that was going to be. So you can't expect them to just be 500 right out the gate. You know what I mean? But I think he's definitely changed the identity there. He's definitely put a stronger foundation there. That is going to be a not easy place to play for the years to come. As long as they continue to add pieces and what they want to do, he's going to have that defense playing right. You're just going to have to get the offensive pieces in there to take care of business, make the right decision, and make plays. But they're right there on the cusp.
0-6. It's hard to say they're on the cusp. I just feel bad about the situation that Fields keeps finding himself in. That's tough. I mean, we saw Rodgers. He didn't get anything done over there, but then he goes to the Steelers, and it's not like Rodgers is this brand new quarterback. Like, the problem is like if you go play for the New York Jets, it's just like the whole thing falls on your shoulders. You got a good defense there, but with Justin Fields, I'm still not sure where it is. I don't know if it's coaching over there because he only had like 17 passes, I think, in that last game as well under 100 yards. I think it was maybe just over 50 at that. But you just look at that team on offense, and I'll keep saying it until maybe, hopefully they listen. I'm just stealing the Ravens playbook. You know, give me a little bit of Justin Fields and Breece Hall combination. Nothing's working. We're 0-6. Let's just see if we got something with Fields here. Because right now, again, the way they're using him, and maybe they just need some time, it's not clicking. I mean, the offense is woeful. The defense will keep them in games. So if you can figure out a way to get that run game going, which part of it is going to rely on Justin Fields opening it up with a little bit more accuracy in his passing game. But if you can get that run game going, I mean, the defense, I think, can play well enough for you to win some low-scoring games where you guys are dominating the clock. And I think if you want to get any sort of confidence, that's how Jets are going to have to win games this year. Because offensively, they are just not very explosive. You know, Justin Fields is the most explosive player on that roster probably right now, maybe Hall, but he is most explosive when he's using his legs. And we just haven't really seen much of it yet.
I think maybe a change in necessarily in coordinator, necessarily, and not to say that coordinator is doing bad, but I don't think they necessarily are getting the full potential out of that offense. It's at times it's good, and at times like it's just it's inconsistent. And they have to play better. They have to put themselves in better positions, and that's not necessarily only on the offensive coordinator or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I feel bad for them.
It has, yeah. You know, I mean, they were right in the game. Like I said, they could be, like I said, 3-3 right now. They played Miami, you know, down to the wire. You play Denver down to the wire. That first game out the gate with Pittsburgh, you know, they came down to the wire and everything like that. Tampa Bay, you know, 20, 29, 27, you know, that's right then and there. You're playing top teams. So, I mean, it's like I said, I don't think it's as bad as you're trying to paint the picture because they're playing stronger. They're in games. It's just they're falling short. Like they could really be, you know, 3-3 right now, or you know, or like, you know, having a winning record, and I know some of the losses that they have taken is like, that is bad, this and that. But like even when Dallas, the 37-22, I mean, I think that game got ugly late. Like it wasn't. They were in it for, you know, 3/4 of the game. You know what I mean? So from what the Jets usually look like and how, you know, it has been in the past, I think they have taken steps further away from that. Now, is it better than what the situation was? Yes, absolutely. Now, is it, you know, as quick as a turnaround as the Patriots and everything like that? No, but again, Braves has been a head coach somewhere before. Even look when he got hired to Tennessee. You know, it kind of took him, you know, a little minute and everything like that. So I'm not as hard on the Jets as you are. I really think that they are doing some good things. I really think they are a lot closer to being a stronger, you know, well-organized football team. It like I said, they're just missing a few pieces.
How much is Woody Johnson paying you? Good morning, Pierson-El. I mean, you are very
looking at football. Like
I'm looking at 0-6. I'm looking at what's the saying? The record says what you are. Or,
okay, that's fine. But okay, look at some of these games that they were in, honestly. And again, I mean, I attribute that to maybe, you know, first time coaching woes and everything like that. They were in 3 games that they honestly could have won. Look at the Broncos. The Broncos are what, 3-3 or 3-2 or something like that, or 4-2 or whatever. What we think highly of the Broncos and everything like that. And this Jets team, you know, shut them down on offense. Shut them down on offense, and their offense was strong enough to at least, you know, be winning the game for majority of it, or at least putting up a fight. When if you're looking at the Broncos, you're thinking the Broncos are supposed to blow them out, and yet they were struggling. So I'm just saying, and they've played some really nice teams. You know, Denver has a winning record. Let me look at they're
4-2.
Denver has a winning record. Pittsburgh has a winning record. That was a 2-point game. Tampa Bay has a winning record. That was a 2-point game. Miami, you know, is Miami and everything like that. That was the one that you should have won. I mean, you still lose that by, you know, 1 score. Dallas, you were in that. Dallas necessarily doesn't have a winning record. We don't really know. We don't really think of Dallas as high as some of these other teams, but you still, you know, within 2 scores of that one. That's not terrible. So they're not getting blown out. I think they had one blowout game, and that was against Buffalo. It was 30-10. You know, and outside of that, you know, it's relatively close games. So it's like, yeah, they're 0-6 and everything like that, but it's not how it's looked in the last year to where it's, you know, 40-something to 3 or, you know, 40-something to 10. So it's just, you got to give them time with the new coach and everything like that. Like I said, I think they're definitely stepping in a better direction from where they were at. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at last year just to like kind of get some numbers. They were playing close, but some of these teams were in playoff
even with that,
already.
even with Zach Wilson was there and everything like that. Like looking at the team along when that was going on and everything like that, they were getting blown out. Zach Wilson looked terrible. Like, you know, there were things that he wasn't necessarily doing, and I understand he was a rookie and whatnot and everything like that. And he's been, you know, around in the league and hasn't, you know, we haven't really heard from what, you know, he was doing and everything like that. You get a veteran quarterback in there. You got Tyrod Taylor on the bench that's, you know, potentially helping and coaching Justin Fields. Justin Fields has been around, you know, the league and everything like that. Like, I think they have it on the right track. You just need a few more pieces to fall, you know, to fall in place for you. Like I said, they had one in 6 games. They had one blowout game. The rest of your games, you know, are potentially one score games. Like that's like looking at how bad it is. Like at least you can live, you know, with that. It's like, all right, well, we're just missing, or we're just this close. We just haven't necessarily got there yet. With a coach who hasn't been there a year, with a coach who came in there, changed the team around, let the people go, added some people to that, you know, one draft class in, you know, not even 6 months at, you know, with them and everything like that. And this is his first year go around and everything like that. Like, I think that's pretty good progress for a guy who is stepping into a role, you know, as a first-time head coach with an organization that has been plundered since probably Mark Sanchez was the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, I'm going to see you at MetLife Stadium in a suite or something. But I get what you're saying. I mean, maybe there's more hope than there certainly was more hope than there was last year. By the time you got to the end of last season, you knew that thing was broken. At least this year, there's still something you can look forward
I feel different about them than I do about the Dolphins.
That is true. I will give you that. I will concede that to you. It's just crazy.
The Dolphins' expectations is, you know, terrible. Like if you would have told me James Franklin would have been fired before Mike McDaniels, I would have bet all the money in the world that Mike McDaniels would have been fired far before James Franklin would have been fired at Penn State. Like that's how it's crazy kind of how that situation, you know, down there it still is. But, you know, I'm not an NFL GM or a college GM, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's awkward over there in Miami. Like Tua's having to go up there and like make apologies. Some people think he does need to. He does. It's bizarre. And then obviously the McDaniels situation. You're just waiting for the shoe to drop, and it just hasn't. It's just kind of hanging over the head of everybody down there. So I don't know what's going on in Miami other than not good things, and they're in a middle of a major change here. But we got to throw it to break. But we'll wrap up with this. I should shout out happy 37th anniversary to my parents, but also my mom's a New York Jets fan. I can't remember why. But it's crazy to think.
That's why you hate him.
Hey, no, I mean, I feel bad for her, but she's kind of just unplugged. So she's not like a diehard or anything, but it's crazy to think that, you know, if she would plug in right now, it wouldn't be the exact same thing since the day I was born, or since she probably became a fan to begin with. So just absolutely craziness for the New York Jets. But I will give you that. Miami Dolphins might even be in the worst situation, even though they got the one win and the Jets are 0-6. With that being said, though, we do got to throw it to break. The morning, I'll let you think about it over the break. Give me your biggest surprises out of the AFC and the NFC. We'll talk about that next on the Don't Punt Hour. Don't go anywhere. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. DeMornay on the Allo VIP line. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village. Football game days are fun for the whole family, but not every child is ready for 4 quarters in the stadium. That's why the Lincoln Children's Museum offers game day play dates for kids ages 5 to 12. While you enjoy the game, your kids enjoy their own adventure at the museum, conveniently located just steps from the stadium. Registration required. And the fun isn't just on game days. The museum is open 6 days a week with 3 floors of hands-on play and activities. Out-of-town families, make the most of your weekend in Lincoln. Visit lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yeah, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right, we're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, patchy fog possible this morning, along with a chance of showers. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy. The high near 82. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with the low near 65. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy with the high near 82. The meteorologist Kyle Hunt from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in segment 2, 93.7 The Ticket. Harrison on the 1s and 2s, 402-464-5685. You guys can always chime in through the text line or any of the streams. We still got DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line. And DeMornay, I asked you before I threw it to break, give me 1, 2, 3, or even a collection. Biggest surprise or surprises in the AFC, and then we'll move over to the NFC.
You said the NFC?
AFC or NFC, whichever one you want to start with. We'll do both.
I think the NFC, I think one of the biggest surprises, honestly, is the Falcons.
I'm with you on that. I mean, well, real quick, with the Buffalo Bills, you know, how impressive is that win with the Falcons against the Buffalo Bills? Like, are we still looking at the Buffalo Bills the same way we looked at them last year? Or is this a little bit weaker of a version? I mean, it's a great win nonetheless, but trying to size up their last win.
I mean, it's the NFL. Like, you know, week in and week out, you have to go in and play well to win. So I'm not discrediting the Bills enough, but I do hold them to a higher caliber. So for the Falcons to pull off that win and everything like that, like I'm looking at them a little bit differently. With the Bills and everything like that, it's like, okay, you know, this is year 2 without, you know, a number 1 receiver and everything like that. You know, y'all might have to look into, you know, figuring that out and, you know, okay, is this something, you know, shadowing, you know, something to come in the future, or was this kind of just, you know, a one-off thing? So I'm not entirely not looking them in the same way, but they're not. I didn't think the Bills were a strong team from the jump. So I'm the wrong person. I'm not as high on the Bills as everybody else is. I'm not a Bills hater. I'm just not a huge Bills fan. So I wasn't as high on them, but I don't think they've, you know, fallen from grace just yet.
Yeah, and Josh Allen, he's thrown quite a few picks in the last 2 games alone. I think the only thing you're worried about, and I've said this a few times already, just Josh Allen's interception numbers. He actually throws quite a bit every year. Last year was a little bit of a fluke compared to his normal. He's still a phenomenal quarterback. Like, you're not, again, obviously you're not going to go bench him, even if he throws 2 picks, 3 picks, but he is, you know, sometimes turnover prone, especially when that team falls behind, and he kind of has to force those throws to get that team down the field. So feels a little bit weaker. Still a great win for the Falcons. I'm right there, though, with that team being as good as they are. Surprised me that early on. The 49ers are another one. I'm just more surprised that they're still sitting there. Again, they're on top of the NFC West while they're tied with the Seahawks, and the Rams. I guess it's a 3-way tie. I guess they're all 4-2. But nonetheless, those guys being 4-2, despite all the injuries, again, I'm always just impressed by the 49ers coaching. That team finds ways to grind out games even when they don't have their full roster with them. So I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but I am. The fact that they're sitting here 4-2.
Like, I'm not. That's a layup. Like, you're not. That's not you doing homework. Like, that's an easy pick. So come on, I'm gonna need a better team for you. We've seen them operate with injuries and still, you know, pick up things and everything like that. I mean, for the love of God, you know, we found Brock Purdy because they were injured. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but now it's like everyone, like no one made the landing. It was insane.
I don't care. That's still too easy. Like, no, that's a layup. Like, I'm not letting you get off. You got to pick another
All
team.
right, hey.
For an NFC.
Easy now. All right.
It's too easy.
I know.
I'll let you think about that.
Let me just throw you Giants because I'm still not sure, but it does look like Jackson Dart. There's going to be a game where the defensive coordinators really start to dive in on what he's not comfortable with and what he's comfortable with. And it was a good first game, bad second game, and then he bounced back, and then they took down the Philadelphia Eagles. And say what you will about, well, the Eagles aren't playing a great brand of ball right now. That's a huge win for those guys. And was that on the road as well for the Giants? Or were they at home?
I thought they were at home.
Okay, either way, it's still a great win. And I'm Scatterboo, whatever you think of him, that guy's going to fall forward. And I'm just so impressed by that backfield and those guys clicking as well as they do. And then, you know, with the head coach there, you felt like, boy, they might get tired of his voice in there where it just feels like nothing's ever clicking. There's actually some life for the G-men this year.
Just imagine if Neighbors are still there, like what it kind of would look like.
They'd be dangerous.
They're doing that. They're doing that without Neighbors, you know. So that's definitely, I think that's a good pick, and I'm interested to see, you know, how they continue to look. But you know, they look like they have life down there. They look like, you know, they have energy and everything like that. So Dart might have saved the coach's job for real.
I honestly. Because he again, that place has some life. It felt so dreadful there, and now they're at a point where again you're sitting there at 2-4, but you're getting some life under your sail. So I think that team will actually keep improving, and you know, even if it doesn't, you know, result into the playoff run, they got something there, and we were getting to see it early. So I'll throw those guys in there. Panthers being 3-3. I'll be honest, it's not super surprising. I could say the Seahawks, but you and me were both high on Sam Darnold. The Rams, you got Stafford, you got Puka, you got great weapons there. I'm not terribly surprised. The Cardinals being Cardinals, doing Cardinals things. And the NFC North, once again, is really strong. All teams above 500. The NFC is just not very surprising this year, to be fair. Like, there isn't a lot going on. Maybe the Buccaneers and just the way they're closing out all these games. I mean, the clutch drive after clutch drive has been the surprising thing there. But again, I don't think people had doubts in Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but I mean, they've been winning. They've been going to playoffs and everything like that. So again, like, that's not like I like them. They're definitely playing more dominant now with more conviction. I will give them that. It's, you know, in more of a stylish type Baker type of way that the kind of team has grown. I guess. I mean, that's just what he's done down there. But you know, they're playing lights out and everything like that. Again, now can they continue to hold that throughout, you know, the rest of the season and into the playoffs? We'll see, because that's where, you know, the key things come up and everything like that. But they are definitely an exciting, dangerous team to watch.
Are the Eagles surprising in any way? I know they're 4-2, but Jalen Hurts is, and again, you don't really need to live through the air if you got the offensive line and running back duo that you have. They haven't been using A.J. Brown nearly as much, but Goddard's getting a lot more receptions, a little change in philosophy maybe. I don't got much in the NFC that's really catching me too off guard. You got any honorable mentions before we get over to the AFC?
You can throw the Bears in there, honestly, just because of how Ben Johnson has necessarily turned things around that fast. That would be the only other team that I would be interested to still see. And that's saying a lot with a guy who just got there and everything like that.
Never doubted. Not surprised. No, I'm just kidding. I was, after an 0-2 start, I was like, oh, man. So I have been surprised. But that's 3 wins straight for the Bears. AFC's got a lot more surprises. There's a lot going on there. The Colts,
most definitely,
and Jags,
the Colts,
right
the
out
Jaguars,
of the
gate. Yeah. Either way, my pick was the Colts.
Yeah.
You and I say, I don't know if you want to go first or not.
No, you can go. Tell me about the Colts. I talked about this with Raph already a little bit yesterday.
I mean, for you to have a franchise quarterback that you drafted there, that this coach put his neck out to, you know, was honestly a shocking first-round draft pick. Mm-hmm. People knew, the talent is there and everything like that, but he would be a work in progress. For you to, in 3 years, kind of switch gears, change up, and bring in a former, you know, player that honestly may have been on, you know, his last brink, before, you know, being just backup quarterback, for you to pick to bring him in and to actually give him a chance to be the starting quarterback and to roll with him to be the starting quarterback, to change everything around to where, you're leading, your conference, which, I mean, honestly, they probably haven't been that good maybe since Andrew Luck. I think maybe they had 1 year with Jacoby Brissett, where they were decent or they were good. Outside of that, I mean, the running game is fine. They're doing enough in the passing game. Their defense, hasn't been playing terrible. I feel like they've always had a strong defense. It was just their offense wasn't, complimenting them really, really well. But for them to have their record and to play as well as they're playing and everything like that is a huge, shock.
Yeah, best record in the AFC. And it's not just the fact that they're winning games. Like, some of the scores on these games, I mean, they're blowing teams out in some of these games. So it's not even where it's like, man, they're just having the ball bounce their way. They're squeaking these ones out. I mean, they're winning games flat out. And it's getting to the point to where you're going to have to start talking about this team if they continue on this run as a Super Bowl contender, because, again, they're not just winning games. They are slamming the door on some of these teams' faces for even getting close.
I think Super Bowl contender is a little. I would like to say a little bit more, but definitely a deep playoff team run. Yes, I don't know about Super Bowl playoff team. Yeah,
playoffs now. If they continue it, I'm saying, like, if I see more and more week in, week out, then
in the AFC, the AFC is a stronger. To me, is a stronger division typically. I think that the path from the AFC side is a little bit more of a gauntlet than the NFC side. And then these quarterbacks that have kind of been, leading the league for the last couple of years, that's when, like I said, late October, they start to pick up and everything like that. So even if they do get there, they're going to have to beat, a couple good quarterbacks to get to the Super Bowl. So it's, Danny Dimes, I think second time being in the playoffs, potentially.
I think so, yep.
So having that run, to get that run, I don't think that won't be easy.
It's just their year kind of reminds me of like, and I know it's a little bit different because that happened in the middle of the season with the injury to Wentz, right? Pretty early, right before playoffs, but it feels a little bit like the Foles year, where it wasn't the hero that you asked for, but it was the hero that you actually needed. Because, again, with how good that Colts team is, you don't really need to go find a young stud quarterback. Like, you just need someone who's going to go manage the game, throw at an efficient rate, not turn the ball over, and be able to turn it around and hand it to one of the best running backs this year in Jonathan Taylor. And you got a great offensive line. You got a defense who's going to bail you out if you don't force the issue, which he rarely does. It's just working out perfectly for those guys. So they got to keep winning, but it's been a good run.
Yeah, like I said, he's definitely been more consistent than Anthony Richardson and healthy. And I feel bad for him because a lot of the dudes on the team actually, are pulling for him and actually do stand behind him. And I don't know necessarily why it kind of got the way it was or whatever, but hopefully he can turn things around.
Yeah, good things in Indianapolis. Real quick, the Chiefs. They were 2-3 at one point, then they made it to the Super Bowl. They won last week. Now they're sitting there at 3-3. I mean, are we kind of feeling like the Chiefs are going to find a way to win the AFC West again? And now that they might start heating up here and repeat what they did not too long ago?
I don't know about winning the AFC West. I think they'll be one of the top teams.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chargers are playing out of their mind. The Broncos, like that, they're going to be a hard division. That's going to be a tough division. Any one of those three teams can actually win the division. So
that's got to be the toughest division in the AFC entirely.
I think so.
I mean, you're three teams deep, probably three playoff teams in there. Well, maybe. I mean, it just kind of depends how it shakes out. But we kind of talked about it before, but the Ravens are in catch-up territory already due to injuries.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then the Texans have fallen off, so you're really not. And then, of course, the Jets 0-6, the Dolphins 1-5, and then Bills, Patriots, Steelers, Bengals are in catch-up territory, Colts, Jags, and then, AFC West, it's going to be a nail-biter, to say the very least, on how this thing starts shaking out, because there's a lot of teams that are popping up out of the woodwork, and some of these teams, they got great players, but they're hurt, and they're going to have a lot of catch-up to do. Might be a lot of, what was the year where Flores took the Dolphins and they won 7 straight to kind of shake things up there at the end. With that being said, we do got to throw it to break. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk a little bit NBA to wrap things up as preseason still going on. We'll talk a little bit about last year's standings and then what we're looking forward to this year. So don't go anywhere. Don't punt the hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. We'll talk to you guys on the other side.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173. Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village. Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, patchy fog possible this morning, along with a chance of showers. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy. The high near 82. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with the low near 65. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy with the high near 82. The meteorologist Kyle Hunt for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 432-6740.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment. We're going to talk a little NBA here with DeMornay Pierson-El while he's on the Allo VIP line, because we are getting close to the start of the actual NBA season, usually late October when that thing actually tips off for the first live regular season game. But we're starting to get the list, the top 100 players list. I'm looking at the Ringers. I usually like their list a little bit more. Who do you think the Ringer has as the number one player heading into the 25-26 NBA season?
Luka?
Oh, come on. The layup.
Bruh, I no clue.
I rave about him all the time.
Again, you're
Jokic,
more of a basketball person.
Jokic, number one.
Okay. All right.
Number two.
I mean,
oh, you go ahead. You can talk about Jokic being at number one.
I'm like, you act like Luka's far off. I know Luka's got to be top 5.
He is top 5. We will get
exactly. You said like he's outside of the top 25. I'm like, that's a good pick.
It's a good pick. I'm just I'm probably too dug into the Jokic camp. It's just hard for me to watch a guy like that and just being like, yeah, there's better players. Like, the stuff he does, like no one else can do. It's incredible. But he didn't win the MVP, so could be wrong. Who do you think number 2 is? Kind of just gave you the hint right there.
Don't know. MVP is Shea?
Yeah, SGA. I got no problems with that. He's the defending champ. He was the MVP. He belongs there. And just because we don't got time, I'm just going to rattle these off. At number 3, they do have Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm okay with that. At number 4 is where Luka falls. Does that feel about right?
I mean, I will put him ahead of Giannis, but I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Do you think LeBron James made the top 10 this year, or is he out?
Nah, I will be shocked if he's out.
Number 11, LeBron James.
That is crazy. Okay, we're at 4. Who's at 5?
At number 4 was Luka. And number 3, so in order real quick, just so everybody listening. Jokic 1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo 3, Luka Doncic 4. Number 5, fan favorite, Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves. At number 6, Victor Wembanyama, who apparently is still growing, which is concerning. People are saying he's like 7'5" now, 7'6". Oh, my Lord. At number 7, they have Steph Curry. Number 8, Donovan Mitchell. Number 9, Jalen Brunson. Number 10, Kevin Durant. And then number 11, LeBron James.
Get out of here. That is a no. No, absolutely not. Wemby hasn't done anything. No. Sorry, outside of the top 10, I don't care what the potential is. Who'd you say was that? Donovan Mitchell over LeBron? Yeah, okay. You're trying to make me cuss on air.
And Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson above him.
No. Come on now. Like, don't get me wrong. Very good, very, very good players and everything like that. Deserve to be in front of LeBron? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't even know if I put Steph Curry above LeBron. Because LeBron, I say what you will, and I've been pretty open about it. I'm not like the biggest LeBron James fan, but to ignore the 28, 7, and 7 just every single night. And then if you want to say, well, he doesn't play defense, go look at Steph Curry. He's not playing a whole lot either. And when he is playing, he's a pretty easy mismatch. So I don't even like Steph Curry above LeBron James in this one.
Yeah, that's terrible. But and I'm not even a huge LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan. So that's a lot coming from me. Like I could care less, about honestly, man. But let's not be disrespectful.
That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, whoa. I don't know. I mean, people are just like forcibly aging him out now. But again, you just go look at the stats, whether you like him or not. He's just putting up solid numbers.
He's still up there. His numbers are still doing fine, regardless. It may not be as flashy and everything like that, and he may not necessarily be face, or he may be transitioning from being the face and everything like that. But for him, like you got Kevin. Even Kevin Durant at 10 is crazy. Like him and Steph is at 7. Like you telling me LeBron and KD aren't somewhere after. Okay, if you got your 5 after 5, like that's bad management. That's clickbait. What that is. That's exactly what that is. I'm not falling for that trap.
You'll like this one. I'm going to throw this guy out here because you were high on him and you were right to be so. And I think this is actually pretty accurate for what he showed last season already. At number 19, your guy, Paolo Banchero. Blooming MVP candidate is what they have for him. And I couldn't agree more. The Magic, watch out for the Orlando Magic. I don't know when it's going to happen.
They got a young team. They got a young team. They got the pieces. I think they can definitely make some noise for him.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like I said, I don't know if it's this season, next season, or if it's the coach.
I know we got to go. I think it's especially this season could be with the Celtics being hurt and with Indy being hurt. I think this could be a sneaky good year for them.
We'll keep an eye on him once the season starts again. Pretty late October. I want to say it's usually like 30th. But nonetheless, that's going to wrap it up. Appreciate it as always. The morning Pierson-El. We'll let him go as he was on the Allo VIP line. And we're going to keep it rolling here on Take a Weeknight. Spare time. We got a couple of Husker bowlers joining me next right here on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. Don't go anywhere.